Happy Telling Tuesday. Another week's gone by. Whew. When I came downstairs this morning, my daughter said, Mom, what are you wearing? I guess we would say that flannel is not my everyday attire. Actually, my other daughter said, Mom, you look just like your dad. And I had her take a picture. And then I told them that it was because I was telling my farm story today. And I was feeling like this was appropriate. And today's creative spark is framing. You can take a traditional story or a piece of a story and revitalize it or give it new life depending on how you frame it. Just think about how a picture can change depending on what you put around it. So today I'm taking a story of Aesop's fable, like always, and you will hear how I have chosen to frame it. I've never lived on a farm. I guess the closest that I've ever come is when I was little and I would go visit my grandma and grandpa Bohannon in Murray, Utah. They lived in an old two-story building with a couple of acres of land out behind their house that kind of sloped down into this swampy unknown. But my grandma, she kept chickens in the backyard that we loved to chase. I'm sure they would say torment. And they had some goats that loved to nibble on your buttons. And I think I kind of romanticize the idea of living on a farm. I could wake up in the morning and go outside with my basket and go out into the hen house after I unlatched the tricky latch and went in. And if the chickens had left their roost, I wouldn't go and try to get an egg underneath them. But if they had left, I would get the eggs from their nests, and pick them in, put them in my basket. And it was amazing because there were blue ones and brown ones and all different sizes, so different than what I would see at the store. And I could walk inside and Grandma would take those eggs directly from me and crack them into the frying pan that I would be able to eat in just a few minutes. And my grandma, she loved to tell stories. She loved to make people laugh. So my brother and sister and I, we'd be sitting around the Formica table watching Grandma cooking our eggs, and she'd say, some story, but this is the one I'm going to tell you. She'd say, you know, I once heard of a lady who had a hen, and every day she got one egg from her hen after she fed it her scoop of grain. Well, this lady, she thought that she might want more than one egg, and in her mind, she rationalized that if she gave her hen twice as much grain, she'd get twice as many eggs. So that's what this woman did. She gave her hen double the amount of grain. Every single day, double the amount of grain, and she watched as that hen, she just pecked and pecked and pecked and pecked and pecked and ate it all up like it was nothing. And the woman, she waited for her second egg, but every day there would just be one. And the woman watched as her hen got fatter and fatter and fatter until one day the hen couldn't really move at all and stopped laying eggs altogether. And my brother and sister and I, we would look at Grandma like, is that real? And then we would start laughing, and Grandma would look at us with trying to keep a straight face, and she'd say, you know, you always got to be willing to work for what you get. I loved Grandma's stories. I love thinking of them now. And all her words of wisdom, I sure have tried to live by them. So that's my farm story for the day. I hope it inspires you, maybe reminds you of a childhood memory, and makes you think how you might frame a story. Hope you have a fabulous week, and like, share, subscribe. I bet somebody else can enjoy the joy of a story. See you next week.